Hello everyone, welcome to Introduction to 3D Modeling and Printing course. In this video, we'll talk about constraints, which is a physical, logical concept in design. So constraints are restricting the interactions that can take place. So they limit the actions that can be performed by the user, thus increasing the usability of the design and reducing the likelihood of operator error. But for this, we have two types of constraints: physical constraints and physiological constraints. The first model, the physical constraint, refers to the ability to constrain the user's actions using a physical object. There are three types of physical constraints: paths, axes, and barriers. Paths restrict user access to linear motion. This is accomplished mostly frequently by the use of grooves or channels. Paths are particularly useful in controls where the control variable range is relatively small. For example, for the curtains, we know how we need to move them because we have a path constraint. Axes direct user action into rotary motion. This has several benefits, most notably enabling the control to be of expansive or infinite in length, yet able to exist in a small space. An example is the volume of the box that can go around more than 60 degrees, but will still know that we're increasing or decreasing the sound of the music. The barriers absorb or redirect user actions. By doing this, barriers are able to slow, deflect, or cheese user actions that are not conducive to a successful experience. For example, for this recycling bin, you cannot put the bottles in the incorrect spot just because of the shapes of the holes. This is a barrier that helps the user not to put the incorrect trash. The second model, the physiological constraint, refers to the technique of limiting possible user actions by leveraging the way people perceive their environment. And here we can talk about three types: symbols, conventions, and mapping. Symbols communicate through icons, text, or sounds, and symbols are useful for categorizing, clarifying, and cautioning users about certain actions. For example, we see here a sign that indicates through text and through light that the road is closed. And this symbol is a very general one, so everyone who sees it understands that you shall not pass here. Conventions, for example, constrain user actions by calling upon learned customs and exercises. For example, when we see, I don't know, in a movie, a bomb that has a red and a blue wire, we already know that we don't need to cut the red wire. Another good example are the locks of the restrooms, as in the image from the middle. So we know that the green label means free and the red one means closed. And also mappings, which are useful for illustrating possible actions for the user based on prominence, position, and appearance of the controls. So you can see here that each button is under a feature, and if we click the button under the feature, we select that specific feature. So in conclusion, understanding and implementing constraints will aid in usability and help your users engage with your design with minimal error, thus creating a more effective overall experience. See you in the next videos to talk about the other physiological concepts.